Hello and welcome to your week commencing the 4th of January horoscope forecast for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please also check out your year 2021 personal horoscope forecast and character analysis combination based on your time, date and place of birth, totally unique to you. This will give you searing insights as to what the next 12 months holds for you. From the time of order, you'll get full 12 months, so please don't think you're going to miss out on anything. Please see the link beneath this video for more information. Hello Libra and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 4th of January. Now this week begins with Mars, the planet of passion, starting to emerge from its shadow period. The shadow period preceded the retrograde, and then we've had the shadow period since the retrograde came to an end. So around your relationship sector, there may have been a lot of frustrations, particularly with Mars in a very bruising right angle with Pluto, the planet of power in your sector of emotions. So any relationship imbalances have been very much to the fore since the 12th of December, but that was after a welter of those energies over the last couple of years. So Mars then moves on Wednesday into a new home, into the sign of Taurus. It's going to be there for 6 weeks. Mars in Taurus is very much to do with resources, because if we think about Taurus, it's the foundation. So in the story of the Zodiac, which really means the story of the animals. So the first animal, obviously, is the ram. And then the next animal is, of course, yours, which is the bull. And in that story, the energy that's been taken from Aries then is transmuted into something more solid and lasting. So for you, that is going to be around things like business affairs. It's going to be around investments. It can be around property, pensions, legacies. It's where you care more, you have more passion for those more material things, or it can be around your sex life. So if your sex life isn't working as you would like, I do think a pinch point is going to come by the end of this month, and you're going to need to express your dissatisfaction in a major way, because I think the first 7 months of 2021 is really a time of reckoning. If you're not feeling fulfilled around things like love, joy, creativity, fun, children, pleasure, if all those areas have been battered by life's everyday obligations, and it's because, in your humble opinion, the relationship you're in doesn't have the spark, it doesn't have the charisma that's so important to make a relationship really successful, those are the kind of relationships that are really going to be under the astral microscope. Now, with Mars moving, it squares up immediately with Saturn. Saturn's now in your 5th house of passion, of joy, along with Jupiter. Jupiter in that area can bring a lot of positives in this next year. Of course, he is going to be spending some of his time in the sign of Pisces, about 3.5 months plus 3 days. And in that time, you're going to have opportunities around work. But your creativity is boosted by Jupiter, and also your productivity by Saturn, if you can roll your sleeves up. But what Mars is doing is bringing a conflict into the equation. And then Mercury is actually dancing a beautiful tune with your ruler Venus all this week. And it's possible that you could have a delightful conversation actually. And then by Friday, Mercury moves into Aquarius too. That's broadly very good for you, but it does combine with Saturn. Now that can lead to some very serious discussions. Mercury combining with Jupiter to some very hopeful ones. So it really does depend on your unique circumstances. But all 3 of these planets are going to be squaring up with Mars. So it's where you're putting maximum investment in, where you're totally putting it all in, emotionally, financially. If you're not getting a return, that is what is really going to be making you think as this week draws to a close. And very much so by the 18th and 19th of January, particularly in the last 10 days of January, and more broadly in the first 7 months of this year. So it is a challenge for you, but I think you've learned so much over the last few years around setting boundaries. Remember, I've got a Libra ascendant at 23 degrees, so I still have Mars exactly square that ascendant, which is very transforming, but not necessarily easy. So if you've got any kind of planets, other than the Sun even, later on in Libra, or your ascendant, as well as the Sun, then Pluto still being there is transformational. But you've got rid of Saturn and Jupiter, that's good. They're in a much more positive area, but it's up to you now not to sit on the fence, weighing up your options too much. It's up to you to take action. Someone might be quite shocked, but actually it can fill you with excitement to actually be much more a cardinal in your approach. You're a cardinal sign. Being very passive, focusing all the time on people pleasing is not bringing you happiness, Libra. It's not. You have to walk to and march to the beat of your own drum. And then as the week draws to a close, Venus does move into Capricorn. So perhaps it's an opportunity to find the peace, the tranquility, the serenity, the comfort in your home zone that you've been so craving for so long. And it also forges an amazing angle to Mars. So if you are in some kind of property renovation or negotiation, the end of this week can absolutely be critical. But I think it's the inner journey that's so important for you balance people this week. But for now, from me, good luck, stay safe, take care, and goodbye.